going on there, guys? We're back with another one. We've been talking about this OJ Simpson thing for the last few days. You know, OJ Simpson passed away, and there's been a lot of takes, right? Which we expected. We expected people, a certain sector of people, to be glad, and we expected a certain group of people to be mad at those people. You know, because OJ is indeed gone, and when somebody's gone, you know, you don't go broadcast your thoughts trying to get some clout or really talking negatively about someone because everybody has an expiration date, and you know how will you be remembered, right? By people just around the world or those you've come in contact with and impacted in some sort of way. And Caitlyn Jenner obviously said good riddance to OJ yesterday, and that's been like the biggest topic going around. We were all waiting to hear from Camron and Mase because, as you all know, they employed him, and Mase was talking about today on the show that they actually had bigger plans for OJ. Kind of the way he was making it sound, they were going to do something similar with him, like they did with Mark Jackson, and give him his own show to talk about the game of football this upcoming season. And you know, Cameron also addressed those in the media like Caitlyn Jenner, Stephen A. Smith, and others that had some things to say about OJ Simpson on the day that he passed. And I think if you're in the media and you're on TV, um, you have an obligation to just talk. You could gloss over the trial, but you got to talk about him as a man. Touch on the trial, but also touch on his accolades and stuff that y'all never bring up. You know, he was an exceptional football player. We ain't just going to write that out the history books, you know, because of what happened. Y'all blackballed the man enough. Okay, now you could talk. The least you could do is have something decent to say about him if it didn't directly impact your life. Um, you know, as far as you being in the situation. So again, um, they gave OJ his opportunity, and they spoke on Caitlyn Jenner and those in the media going at him. Let's check out what they had to say.
Yeah, for me, it's a real surreal moment because I definitely was looking forward to OJ next season and had a lot of great ideas that I was talking with Cam about early in the year about even other shows that we were gonna do with OJ Simpson. So this is a real touching moment for me because when we thought about coming and doing this show together and we thought about football, OJ was the first name that came to my mind. When I thought about doing football, I asked Cam, I was like, what do you think about OJ? And then Cam put the play together and reached out to Larry and got in touch with OJ. And I think we reached out to Steve Stout, a few other people to see if we can get OJ to be a part of the show, and we went through a great deal to even have him on the show. I mean, because I appreciate Cam as well for believing in that idea of bringing him here. You know, because when I shared it with Cam, I was just like, this should be crazy. We start the football season off with OJ because I know at that point I didn't know much about, all the ins and out about football, and I felt we needed to surround ourselves with the best people, but somebody that was going to be outspoken, somebody who really knew their stuff, and somebody that people who really couldn't refute on the topic. And that's kind of how the idea came about. But, I, I'm just at a loss for words right now. I need a moment to get all my thoughts together. But I have a lot I want to share, and I want to make sure it comes from the right place. Pause. Cam?
Yeah. No, it was dope. Mace came up with the, so yeah, just giving some more backstory to what Mace said. Mace came up with the idea, so when he came up with the idea, I was like, word, let's see what's up with OJ. That was a great idea because, like he said, between you, Maurice, and OJ, we like, these are people, and I'm not comparing you to OJ or whatever, but redemption, so to speak. You know
He
what I'm
said he's
saying?
not comparing you to OJ.
No, I'm just saying, no, people went through something. You know what I'm saying? Who not necessarily bad people, because you say they're bad people, or not you, just people in general.
Yeah.
So when we reached out and both you guys was available, it was really, really dope. And like May said, shout out to Larry. I know Larry's there. Larry's not Steve Stout. I call Steve Stout, but Larry's the one who actually made it happen, reaching out to his lawyer. Shout out to his lawyer, Ben, his family, and everybody. But yeah, man, it was dope because Mo, you said that correct, and I did see when you said it on Instagram. You could tell was getting more comfortable week after week after week after week, and he was starting to loosen up. I remember when we first started, his manager had called. But what I will say is this: I've seen a lot of outlets today talking crazy shit about OJ, and y'all niggas ain't bring up none of his stats or none. The legal system, when it works for y'all, whatever race you is, you cool with it. But when it don't work for y'all, or you think it's wrong, then they gonna still be convicted in your eyes. That shit pisses me off. I ain't gonna hold you, because every clip that I seen yesterday or today or whenever was the nigga in court and he won the case. I don't understand how niggas are still convicting niggas if they won the case. Like I seen motherfucking Caitlyn Jenner write some shit, good riddance. Caitlyn Jenner, you killed niggas in Calabasas. And talking about paparazzi was chasing you, and you was Bruce. No, there's nothing to do with transgender shit or nothing like that, but I'm just trying to say, the paparazzi wasn't on Brewster when you had to be running to kill niggas. You ain't Princess Di, nigga. The fuck you mean the paparazzi was on you, nigga? You killed niggas, and you paid niggas $800,000 because you was wrong. If you wasn't wrong, you would have fought it. You killed niggas, admitted to killing niggas, and then paid niggas because you killed niggas. I heard niggas talking about, oh, yo, it's like George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman admitted that he killed niggas and got off on the technicality. He admitted that he killed niggas. OJ won the trial. So when I was seeing all that shit be today, that shit pissed me off. I ain't gonna hold you. Because whether you guilty in public opinion or not, you're not guilty if you won the trial.
Yeah.
And then you get what I'm saying? So if he lost the trial, he would have never been on the show. He's on the show because he won the trial.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that shit had me on fire today. Man, niggas, you beat up Rodney King on camera. Everybody gets off. 17 cops. You ain't wondering where none of these cops is at, what they doing. They beat the shit out of nigga on TV. You ain't give a fuck. Nobody. It was on camera.
Yeah.
Everybody got acquitted. We don't know what happened to them niggas.
Yeah.
Niggas just gone. It's all good. Niggas is just gone. A lot of you motherfucking niggas, when I meet you or when I see you, if I say, what's up, Tom, Thomasina, and that's not your name, you're Uncle Tom, and that's what I'm calling you that for. Straight up. A lot of you black niggas was fucked up today and yesterday.
Yeah.
Period.
I know.
Yeah.
I said...
And when
go ahead.
you're right about that, Cam, especially when it came from, people of our skin complexion, because it's not about protecting somebody of the same complexion if they're wrong. But we live in a society that celebrates. I mean, they show enamor to people that come home from jail that are guilty and they're treated innocently. And then there's a person that was innocent that we're treating guilty is totally backwards. And to think that, that he had these things to say, it was amazing just to hear. I know exactly who you're talking about. It was amazing to hear him talk like this, because you can't treat people guilty that got an innocent plea. You just can't do that. I mean, that's the world we live in.
I'm talking about a bunch of niggas.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one person.
Oh yeah, I wasn't on the internet. I
No, I'm talking about
so
other
everybody was
stations.
going crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't just one black person. It was black men and women.
So, man, I want to highlight that clip. I know they spoke for a while. Mase talking about his original idea to bring on OJ Simpson and how it all came together. And him and Cam talking about how the media was portraying OJ Simpson on yesterday. And some black people, none more prominent than Stephen A. Smith, might I add, on national television. He obviously is one that they were speaking about because, you know, what make this interesting is Stephen A. Smith has been on Cam and May's show, and like I said yesterday, why would you say anything about that? You know that's your boy's brand, and they did take on a partnership with him. You're not directly linked to the situation. Why would you say you would have thrown him under the jail on some Malika Andrews type time? Um, Again, you know, businesses can choose not to fool with OJ based off of how they feel about the trial. I get that. That's totally within their right, right? But can you be mad at Cam and Mace for choosing to fool with OJ when he wasn't found guilty? That's what Cam is saying, and that's a very important point. He wasn't found guilty in the court of law, so if they want to do business with him, then they can do business with him. Bring him in for their football segments. And one thing I really appreciate about It Is What It is people probably wouldn't get a job nowhere else or they are analysts regularly and are able to talk about the game they love and offer their expertise. You got Maurice Claret, covering the college game really nice and NFL, but you also had OJ Simpson who, again, I think he's probably the best football analyst last year, period, bar none. And it's because of his wealth of knowledge. I mean, you got some good ones like Ryan Clark and those guys that know the game, but I'm just saying OJ, from his experiences, how he can pull back from Jim Brown and talk about Saquon Barkley today, and he's talking about it, from a different perspective, and he can put his words together really nice. So OJ, I really enjoy hearing him talk about the game of football because he was really astute and you could tell he still loved the game like he was preparing to play next week. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he still invested that much time because he was into it collegiately, very much in love with Caleb Williams as a player, obviously because of the USC ties there. But OJ Simpson was, you know, I think that was their best hire. As far as bringing in an outside analyst, they brought in Mark Jackson, they brought in Maurice Claret, a bunch of blackball people, right? And Mark not to the level of the other two because he did hold a job with ESPN, but they inexplicably got rid of him and Jeff Van Gundy, and something weird happened with the New York broadcasting job he was supposed to get. Um, we all know about his coaching situation and why he's blackballed from that. So I appreciate that platform for that, man. Giving blackball people a chance to really show that no, it ain't my talent, it ain't the way I do my job. There's other powers at play that keeps me at bay. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they've been so good at, man. And I think OJ Simpson got his just due in the media towards the end of his life, man. And like May said, they were looking at doing some other things with him going forward. Because people enjoyed what he brought to the table so much. There was a market, for OJ to get his thoughts out there about the game. You could tell he wanted to because he was doing the Hey Twitter World thing with the football and really not just football. He was doing it with politics and a lot of different things. And under every comment, was always bringing the trial back up. And, that's something that OJ knew he had to wear, and he just wore it. It didn't stop him from going out to the bars with his friends to catch games or nothing like that. People blurted out crazy things to OJ Simpson all the time. But, he kind of just had his thick skin and would go out there and live his life, man. So I don't, I have no issues with OJ Simpson, with them hiring OJ Simpson. And I think some of the people online need to be ashamed of themselves. Caitlyn is trying to say that um, his his thing is much different than OJ Simpson's. While OJ, again, we won't dare, man. I don't care how much it looked like something. Um, we only know what the mass media gave us, and when you in that position of just what the mass media wants you to know, um, I mean, you can't really draw too many conclusions from it, right? The people inside the situation know what happened. You know, the everyday people probably know what happened, but us on the outside looking in, and then the racial components at play when it comes to that situation. Um, I don't know, man. We Nobody knows for sure. That's just my point, man. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.
Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down.
I'm not going to take it down.
Skip, 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 skip.